Alright, today's guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, by the time we are doing a book recommendations video, but it is another books based on songs, like my playlist and all that. So we're gonna jump into it. You guys liked the last one I did of this, and we're gonna do it again because I love listening to music when I read books, and I always connect it with songs. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I do that. So I have a stack of books here recommended for you guys. These are, I don't even know what I'm saying. These are basically, I haven't done a video in a while. These are books that I have read recently, that I've enjoyed and that obviously I've been keeping track of with songs. So we're gonna jump into it. If you guys do want my Spotify playlist, everything is Brooke Alicia. I will leave it here on the screen as well as in the down bar below. But everything's Brooke Alicia. I do have playlists for like everything. I have like 3 main playlists with like for my book reading, which is Alexa Play Sad playlist, my main character moment, and then my broken heart one, which is just, yeah. I mean, people probably see my, what was that? People probably see my playlist and think, oh my god, this girl's so sad. A little bit, it's fine. But we're gonna jump into it and show you guys some of the songs and the books that correspond with them. So let's get into it. Okay, we have this one here. That's not it. Know that I love you so bad. Treat me like that. Willing accomplice, honey. The things I did just so I could call you my. The things you did. I hope our favorite cry as an alibi as you cross the line. I defend you, all my friend, all again. All the things I did for you, my. Literally, I can't deal with this. The damage that we do, and I was doing it with you. Okay, so the book that goes with that song for me was Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. This is one of, honestly, like very close to a 5-star read for me. It's a sports romance. It kind of, not like a love triangle, but a little bit. Brother's best friend, forbidden love, friends to lovers. Like, it was a lot. This was a lot. I wasn't expecting this. It honestly threw me for a whirlwind. This one, it just made my head spin, and I don't know, something about forbidden love and like brother's best friend and like love triangle just reminds me of that song. Because it's like, you're my favorite crime. Because it's kind of like, not that you're committing a crime, but it's just like, it's forbidden. Like, you're not supposed to. Everything we broke and all the trouble that we made. Oh, look what we became. Ooh, the one heart broke and the 4 hands bloody. That be hidden. But this book, like I said, it's like, it was so close to a 5 stars. I really liked this, and if you like this song, you'll like this book. It gives a little bit of pain, but a little bit of, I don't know, like it's like good, but so bad, and it's just, I love this. So this song reminded me of this, and like the cover kind of goes with the song cover and like the album cover. But this is the first recommendation here. The Green by Chris James, is it?
Sometimes life, I got lost inside your glare. I see you speak of your time. It's holding in the green of your eyes. Oh, it's impossible to not fall in love with you.
So this song reminds me of Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. This was such a good, it's a contemporary romance, obviously. This one didn't really have, I don't think this had like too much smut. Honestly, it was very limited. It's very like, not PG, it's like, it's honestly it's just very surface level. It's not anything crazy. But this reminded me of this song because the main character guy has green eyes. And there's like a line in here that's like, and it's impossible not to fall in with you. It's crazy because I never had a clue. If you read this, you'll know. This is like workplace enemies, like workplace romance, forced proximity a little bit. And I love this because he's like grumpy and she's like kind of sunshiny. She's a lot more sunshiny than him, and he just like gives off like cold exterior, like he doesn't like her at all. But it's like the one line here, it's like, it's crazy because I never had a clue. That's like her. It's like she never had a clue. And yeah, it reminded me of this book when I was reading it and I was listening to the song, and it's honestly so like, the song is kind of like lighthearted and like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's just one of these books. I don't know. This book was like such a fast read for me. And it was just like one of those cute, like, aw, like cute books. I don't read too many like romance books like this anymore. But it was a good like little break from all my other reading. And I really liked it. So that's the second one here. Okay, we have Change It All by Harrison Storm. I love this song. This song.
Take it from me, it's hard to find peace. Buried in so deep. All I see, change it all.
Okay, so for this one, what I wrote in my notes is Meet Your Match by Candy Steiner. This, I honestly can't even really remember too much what this is about, but it is a sports hockey romance. It's the first book in the King of Ice series. This one I think is like it's like kind of enemies to lovers. Oh, okay. It's basically like workplace romance. She's like kind of interviewing him for like this whole thing. They don't like each other like at all. Like she can't stand him, but he kind of gets under her skin, and like I don't know how to explain it. This one I honestly wrote down a really long time ago, and I can't really remember, but he just like, I can't really remember what this is about. That's really bad. That's usually how it goes though when I read books. But I wrote it down for this one, so it must have been in correspondence to it. So that is what we have for this. But it's good. I liked it. I did really like this book. And I just love a good sports romance, and Candy Steiner does a great job at doing them. So definitely recommend this. Next we have Sandcastles by Beyonce. Please. Oh, there we go. This one be hitting.
We built sandcastles, cried when I walked away. Oh, I say, baby,
this one where the
work out every promise, don't work out, never be promised.
Okay, so this song reminded me of King of Greed by Anna Huang. This is the third book in the King of Sins book. This was my favorite book in the series. It was second chance love, like romance with like rebuilding their marriage type of book, and I love this. And that's just, I don't know, the beginning of the song really reminded me of it, because it was like, we built sand castles that washed away. Obviously like that's their marriage that like washed away, and this is like they fall out of love, they have problems, and then they find their way kind of back to each other. So it's, yeah, and it's like, I made you cry when I walked away. I don't know, that just reminded me of this, because it's just like, it was so heartbreaking. Like, honestly, this book was so good. Like I said, it was my favorite out of this series, and I'm so excited for the fourth one to come out, but this one was so good. Usually I don't really like the marriage, like, kind of like re-falling in love type of thing, but this one was so good. It was good. It was like a good second chance love, and I was so good. So that one reminded me of this, and I really liked it. So Is Better Off Without Me by Matt Hansen.
If it's most of us ways hanging around, I'll take the blame. Hurt you feeling too hard, and we started the reckless odyssey, blinded to meant to be a memory of it.
Okay, so this song reminded me of Final Offer by Lauren Asher. This was again, second chance romance. I really liked it. It was like childhood friends, lovers. This is again the third book in the Billionaire, like the Dreamland Billionaire series. But basically this one is where they like obviously are friends to lovers, and then they just cut off communication. And this song just reminded me of it, because it was like, one day I'll just be a memory and you'll be better off without me. And the main character, he was like convinced that she was like better off without him, and like without him in her life. And yeah, it just reminded me of that. At the beginning, it was just like all the reckless promises. Like if you read the book, you'll know. But this was so good. I love this. Honestly, Lauren Asher is my favorite author, like of all time. I love her writing style, and her books are just chef's kiss. So this one really reminded me of this. Ooh, this one's gonna hurt a little bit. I know this. We have Hope You're Okay by Olivia Rodrigo. Yay.
A boy I was small, his parents kept being good to their own child because of his dad. I somehow would have touched, don't know when someday, but if you're out, I hope you're okay. Raised her brother, hated who she loved, called tired, broad world, families nearly blood. How proud she was to create, wanna learn all of their hatred. I hope you're okay.
This song on its own is Pain, and the books that I'm gonna show you guys are worse. But I love them, and they're my most recent read, and I'm currently still reading them, and I'm really enjoying them so far, so I'm going to show you guys them. But where are they? They're here. It is they're not in order. It's the Boys of Tommen series. These are the books that I read so far. I'm currently on the 3rd book, but this song really reminded me of like the main character in this one. Well, multiple of the characters. The main character, her name is Shannon, and like that, yeah. This song just reminded me of her and like her brothers and all that, because there's so many lines in here. Honestly, the whole song is just really, it resonates to like this book and like their situation. This does have a lot of trigger warnings, like this whole series does, just letting you guys know, so definitely look them up before you read them. It is a YA, like 16+, but there's a lot of stuff in here. I wouldn't even really consider it YA. The only part is like it's based in high school, but honestly it doesn't even really feel like they're in high school, because it's just very, like I said, it's very triggering. There's a lot of stuff in there. It just makes it seem like it's not like a high school based book, but there is some parts of it I'm kind of like, it's a little bit childish, but like for the most part there's some really honestly the whole book is really heavy. And yeah, just look up the trigger warnings, because I was not expecting that when I started reading this, but I really like am enjoying it. And as I've gotten through like the other books, I've been binging these. Like I haven't stopped reading them, and I really like them. But the first book obviously is called Binding 13, and there's a few lines in it, like I said, the whole song, but there's a few lines. It was like, she raised her brothers on her own. Her parents hated who she loved, and she was tired because she was brought into a world where her family was merely blood. It was just, yeah, this book has so many things going on. She kind of she struggles in school and her home life, and she meets a boy. His name is Johnny. She ends up kind of transferring schools, and he is like the person that is like kind of singing this song to me, like to her in the book, if that makes sense. Like in my head, that's what I'm thinking. But he's like there for her, and he wants to protect her, and he just kind of knows like something's wrong, and she's like very like secretive, and he finds out like what's going on in her life. But yeah, this book really just reminds me of the song, and it's just as soon as I read this, I was like, oh, this reminds me of this. So I really am enjoying this. The first 2 books are about Shannon and Johnny, and like this is like their love story and their life and their family and like their struggles that they're dealing with. And then from the 3rd book, it's her brother's story and like his like point of view, obviously, and like the girl he's in love with. And I think the 4th book is like theirs as well. And then the 5th book, which is coming out soon, is about a different character, which is like Johnny's best friend. But yeah, the first one is Binding 13, the second one is Keeping 13, the 3rd is Saving 6, and I think the 4th is Redeeming 6. I'm halfway through the 3rd one. There is a song for Saving 6 that I'm going to show you guys now that reminded me of this book specifically. I'm going to show you guys the one for Saving 6, and this series is so good. Like, I understand why so many people love it. Again, though, there's a lot of heavy topics, but it's really, really good. There's also, actually, I'm going to show you guys all the songs that I have, because I wrote down like 3 songs for this whole series in general, just because like both characters kind of like have similar like storylines. But this one, I'm going to show you just the song for this one specifically, because he struggles with a lot of like things in this book. So we have Heal You by Sinead Harnett, which is so fitting because one of the characters' book like names in the book is Sinead, which I think is so like fitting. So we have Sinead Harnett, Heal You.
Watching you sleep, you stayed up your fears of this life on you wrong. It's good indeed. Yourself, stay so short, you please keep strong. I can't begin to know your pain. I wanna see that yourself fixes ain't fool. I wish I could. You're the only one help yourself.
Yeah, but that song definitely reminded me of this one. The main character is Joey, and I think it's Aoife. I think that's how you pronounce it. This also is, I think it's based in Ireland. Like it is, let me double check. Yes, it's based in Ireland. So, but yeah, this reminded me of the main characters Joey and Aoife. She's really there for him. He's struggling with a lot of things. He's kind of like self-destructive, but he has his reasonings for like what he's doing, and it's just like she wants to help him so much and she doesn't know what's going on, and he's like very like he's keeping a secret to protect her. So this song reminded me of this book specifically just because of their situation. But I'm gonna show you guys the other songs for like the whole series in general. Again, we have 2 more. One of them's kind of based off the parents' point of view, but also like kind of how it like goes into the kids and stuff. We have Moral of the Story. We have this one here.
So I never really knew you, thought I really tried to blindside, addicted, but really I was foolish. Said, where'd you find this golden law? Wrong people sometimes think that you're when you're resting there. We burned down.
Yeah, this song reminded me of the series more again from the point of like view from the parents, because it's like some people fall in love with the wrong people sometimes. The one line is like, you can think that you're in love but you're really just in pain, and that if you read this you know what I mean by that. And yeah, there's just a lot of stuff, and it's like it blindsided, addicted, thought we could really do this. That's this song. We have one more for this like series, which is On the Edge. And this one more is in regards to, again, saving 6 and like the main character's point of views and all that. So just because like he's scared to like kind of fall in love with her and like show his feelings for her and all that. So that reminded me of this and all that. So
I never felt more alive. I'm terrified to be what you need. I'm on the edge.
Yeah, that reminded me of this book specifically just because, like I said, Joey is like so afraid and he wants to protect Aoife so bad. Sorry, I'm messing up the names for sure. But yeah, he's really just trying to protect her, and he wants to like fall in love with her, and like he cares about her so much, but he's like, no, I can't. Like he's telling himself he can't. So that really reminded me of that. Those are all the book recommendations that we have here. We actually have quite a few. Again, some of the books were similar and like they were with multiple songs, but we got a good stack. These are like the books that I have recently read lately. So that's why they're more in this pile here. But we did pretty good. Like we have a lot. And yeah, these reminded me of my music. Again, if you guys want my playlist, it is Brooke Alicia. I listen to music when I read. I know some people can't do that, but I personally love to read and like listen to music. It just gets me in the zone, and I'm like, I feel like I'm in a movie when I'm like reading. I don't know, it's weird. But these are the recommendations. If you guys have any book recommendations, definitely comment down below. I probably already have it, or if I haven't, maybe I haven't read it honestly, or if I don't have it or something, I don't know. But I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, subscribe down below. I love y'all. Don't forget to love yourself. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out, scouts. Bye.